There's no doubt in my mind that I am going to be successful on a scale that Hollywood has not seen in a very long time. The best ever. Remember my name forever. It will happen, I promise. So I get to live that every day knowing that drives me. I'm a dreamer, but the dreams are always visions. So I'm a visionary more than I'm a dreamer.
And that's great, but without any life structure, set checkpoints, or goals of what you're working towards, creatively or business-wise, you're putting yourself in this position where Dr. Phil just has to wake you up.
And his vision has led him to a life on the streets with no job, no money, no ID, and no roof over his head.
Dr. Phil not even sugarcoating it in the slightest. We'll meet 20-year-old Nick Camerata, an ex-hockey player who dropped out of college to pursue his dream of making it in the LA music scene. With no money, no connections, no directions, no business plan, and no life structure. This is just a recipe for disaster. What are you thinking? But yeah, what's up guys? This is Otozi here, and today we're back with a new video, and this one's obviously a bit of a train wreck. Dr. Phil never fails at finding people that are completely out there to put them on blast for the entire nation to see. So let's just get into this.
What originally made me want to come out to California is I have a very rare gift for words. I have a rare passion for people. How you doing, boss? Profiling. And I'm a very motivated person, so I realized that my soul's purpose aligned very well with the Hollywood aspect, and I came out here to be an artist and to influence positivity and to hopefully make something of myself.
I love how in the visual edits, the Dr. Phil editor just edited everything to contradict what this man is saying. I have a very rare gift for words. That's something you prove. If you say it, you sound like a moron. I have a rare passion for people. What? When has that been rare? I feel like all people pretty much have a passion for people. People love people. Like, our society is just built off of networking and socializing. I'm a very motivated person. Then they show him smoking THC. So THC does affect people differently, but in most cases, definitely if you're smoking an indica strain or a hybrid, it's not gonna motivate you. You can become creative as fuck on it. The majority of people, including myself, cannot work under the influence of THC. For most professionals and students, you need to know how to separate it from work and free time. It's similar to the fact that you shouldn't be drinking beer while working. I mean, a few people can do it, but it's definitely not recommended. And to strengthen my point, in the next clip, he's just sitting on the beach doing nothing productive. Alright, the Hollywood aspect is partying, spending money, chilling, and having a good time. No shit, your soul aligns with it. Who wouldn't want to constantly chill and have a good time? But you have to balance in work as well, or else you literally end up homeless. I came out here to be an artist and influence positivity, and hopefully make something out of myself. How are you going to make something out of yourself? That's my first question. Like, what are you doing to make something out of yourself? Freestyle rapping on the street in North Hollywood is not gonna do much for you unless you're like the one lucky person out of like 300 million people. So the odds are definitely not in your favor making it that way. You need to start building an image, and you need a job or a sponsor to pay for some studio time. Because getting over that first bump as an artist is fucking hard. The music industry is possibly one of the toughest industries in the world to make it in. You really need to either be extremely lucky or work very smart to make it. Or maybe even both.
I'm living in this maze. It's like a delusional daze. The kind of music I'm into primarily is I'm a freestyle artist, which is basically you're layering your metaphors in a way that sounds really cool and cohesive. Raps in my locket, heart in my pocket, $1 million dreams on the docket.
He, needs help.
My means of transportation was my thumb. I went to my parents and I said, Ma, Dad, I gotta go to California. I have to leave tonight. My dad laughed at me so hard. He was on the floor crying. He says, you're not going to California. He said, you're crazy. And my mom was telling me to go get help. Go see your therapist twice a week.
Like any other normal person would say to you, honestly. If you saved up money and set up a clear plan for you to follow, like goals to work towards, like cool, you want to go from point A to point B, but how do you get from point A to point B? You need to set up a bunch of checkpoints between point A and point B to get there. And then maybe people would actually not treat you like you're insane. It's all about how you sell it, like fucking running away from home and just living homeless out in LA. What the fuck?
I'm very impulsive. I didn't have any money, man. I didn't have a phone. I didn't have a car. I was blessed once I got God on my side to get me through. And out here ever since, just trying to manifest this dream.
Hey.
For the last 3 months, I've been living on the street. When I first got out here, I did have a little bit of money saved up for my college fund because I dropped out of college. And it was unfortunate that I got all that money taken from me, including my wallet, my identification cards, my social security. So that sent me into this pattern of not being able to get on my feet and get my shit together. I've been homeless the last 3 months. Yeah, head to cement, not staying in a hostel, no hotels.
We're truly living in an episode of Black Mirror. Like, this man is just Voss from Far Cry 3. He's lost it. He is the definition of insanity.
I sleep on the street, on the beach, in people's houses. People don't think I'm homeless, man. People have me over to party. You can't get a cab to your place? Stay. Okay. They don't know, fool. You don't let them know.
I mean, I would be horrified if this man came to my house. Like, he is the worst of Hollywood, and he's not even from Hollywood. It's obvious he just uses people like tools for him to continue living his lifestyle of, I guess, just blazing up on the beach. And there's nothing wrong with that, in moderation. And then in his mind, he's just justifying it by, like, hyping himself up and freestyling on the street in North Hollywood. You need more than the basic ability to freestyle to make it in Hollywood.
Sometimes I would just come up here and to Hollywood and decompress. I would just hop over here and just tuck back right in there, and I would crash right here. Day being homeless, man, I'm always up at 5:30, 6 a.m. every day. That's when the sun comes up. I get a little bit of herb, you know, do a little wake and bake, and then just hang out. Wake and bake is you just wake up and you smoke a joint.
Oh, yeah, word, dude.
I was always walking. I have so many miles on my feet, I cannot even tell you. So a cigarette, man, it's a homeless person's best friend out here. Suppresses your appetite, keeps you up, takes your mind off things. I haven't paid for a cigarette since I've been out here. You just pull them off the street. That's survival right there.
My man's now the fucking Bear Grylls for homeless people. I mean, it's been confirmed for years now that cigarettes have 0 health benefits. It actually does the opposite, surprise, surprise. But when you hear yourself say you would rather pick something up from the dirty streets of LA and smoke it, rather than going to your nearest convenience store and buying a pack for $10, it's time to reassess and get a job.
Only eat once a day, that's all you need. When I'm 4 days deep with no food, then I steal, and I don't feel sorry about it. When I'm hungry, I go into the convenience stores or gas stations. My favorite thing to get is the chocolate-covered donuts. Grab 2 packs of them, walk out. There's nonprofits, and I go there 3 times a week and walk out with nice threads.
Yo, fuck this guy. Really influencing positivity here. You have a chance to live a complete normal upper middle class life in the East, but instead you're homeless and only a burden to the people who live in LA. And you're proud of it? Man, I hope you have some serious brain trauma from this hockey shit to justify any of this.
I loved the rush of having to survive. I truly realized how keen my survival instinct really is, which is a form of genius greater than no other. It's called street smarts.
Alright, being a manipulative fuckhead is not being street smart. And if this man did not get help, this is gonna catch up to him.
How quickly do you want to learn the street so that you can survive? I wanted to learn it right away, so I did. Curiosity. I'm the type of person that will purposely put myself in a situation just so I can grow. Positive self-talk is big. You know, the doctor will know this. Can I get one of those waters, please, really quick? How much? It's okay. $3 for a water.
Welcome to Hollywood. It's expensive there.
It's a blessing that I was able to live on the streets with these people. Blessing. Because they're some of the smartest people I've ever met. You have homeless people right now writing equations for theoretical physics, equations to help the world get better, then they're just sitting on the street, bro. It's amazing. It's a great place to stimulate your creative side, so I was blessed to land here. I am happier than I have ever been when I was working with money, when I had money, when I get sunshine every day. Thank God for California. I might look like the all-American boy, but I am not the all-American, not at all. All Americans are squares. I am not a square.
Yeah, you're right. There's nothing straight up about you. You live off of lying, manipulating, and stealing. I wouldn't want to have anything to do with you ever.
To California and ended up homeless on the streets, eating out of garbage cans.
Growing up with Nicholas was pretty typical. He was always a very loving son, very loving brother.
Nicholas transitioned into his hockey career at the age of 9 and 10. It was a good fit for him.
I never would describe Nicholas as being content. He was always looking for the next thing, the biggest, the greatest.
He was a handful. It was like raising 6 kids in one with Nicholas.
So my husband and I will often talk about what caused this. One of them is Nicholas has had multiple concussions playing hockey.
Well, hopefully that explains everything, or else, I mean, your kid might be a sociopath. How to spot a sociopath? Superficial charm and good intelligence. Somewhat check. Absence of delusions and other signs of irrational thinking. Check. Absence of nervousness and neurotic manifestations. Check. Unreliability. Check. Untruthfulness and insincerity. Check. Lack of remorse and shame. Check. Inadequately motivated and antisocial behavior. Check. Poor judgment and failure to learn by experience. Check. Holy fuck. Obviously, there's more factors than just this to being a sociopath. I'm definitely not a trained psychiatrist, but he's definitely on a mad one.
A few months ago, I think Nicholas had a psychotic break. He said that the CIA were going to get him.
Because he broke the dark internet code, and he has 3 days to live. And I said, Nick, let me take you to the hospital. You're losing touch with reality. And he said, no, Dad, you're betraying me.
He just walked out the door. He had no ID, no money. He didn't even bring a phone.
On another note, if he's not mentally insane, I would be surprised.
Bring a phone. Nicholas has been in Los Angeles for 3.5 months, so he asked us could we come out for his birthday.
How you doing? Come on. How you doing?
Good.
Good, good. I'm okay.
You're okay?
Yep.
No, I miss you.
I missed you too. It's all coming together, I promise.
It's great. Good to hold him and
Oh,
touch
yeah.
him and to know he's okay.
It's a long time coming.
He's had a rough couple of months, so it's awesome.
Now it's been great.
Homelessness is affecting our son in a very negative way.
How can a person put his loved ones through this? I'm just desperately trying to understand this.
You want me to live on the streets so I can understand?
Yes, I do. Move out here and live on the street with me.
He is in survival mode all the time.
I will die one day. Every day has to be better than the last. I cannot waste time making money, not out networking with people, getting better every single day, every single second, writing, working on my craft.
No shit. I'd imagine that being homeless is one of the most stressful things anyone can go through. The kid obviously needs professional help, and then his parents are just stating the obvious.
Nick Sr. says that he cut Nick off from getting cash, but his mom, Jennifer, admits to sending Nick small amounts of money since he's been gone. And their daughter, Sarah, says Nick knows just how to get what he wants out of his parents.
Dr. Phil, no mercy, really giving him some tough love, hoping he realizes how fucked he actually is.
And let's get the family together. We can all pull together money and put me in the apartment you can find.
Wait a second, so what part of the family, what part of the money?
The entire
goes in-
family.
Okay, so what do you do?
I make music and I make millions. That's what, period. I'm an actor, I'm a philanthropist, I'm a visionary, I'm a mystic, period. Obviously, you're not getting it. You're not?
No, we're not.
Okay, well then you need to spend more time in meditation and prayer.
Where's the money? Because if you were making millions, you wouldn't be sitting on Dr. Phil right now. Definitely not for this reason. Yo, he needs some Jesus or rehab. Definitely the second one.
Well, 3 months ago, Jennifer and Nick Sr.'s son, Nick, left home to become a rapper in LA. Nick says homelessness has made him stronger and he'll reap the rewards from it for the rest of his life. You say you can't believe he threw everything away. What did he throw away?
Doing what he did to the family as far as being homeless, throwing that away, like the relationship away.
You're here.
Amen.
We are here.
So he didn't throw that away.
Not yet. It's still salvageable.
Yeah, I agree, but
Thank
he
God.
did.
We're all redeemable.
We are.
No, I'm just saying,
trust
look,
it.
listen, I'm a pragmatist.
I love how everyone's just nodding because they have no idea what to do. This kid has brought their family so far down that they're desperate enough to go on Dr. Phil to show people from all over the world how fucked their son is, just so he can get some help. That is not how you build an image for a rap career. Like, how does he even get a job after this? Like, in a way, they're helping him get help, but they're also burying him at the same time.
And I'm not saying that he has made the best choices.
Thank you.
But I think he's made some really irrational choices. But you said, I'm shocked that he threw everything away.
And
How
his-
was his life working at the time he left?
Right. It really wasn't for him.
The kid put his finger on a lot of things, made adjustments and adaptations to live on the streets, to follow his own dream, his own script, and he's done a lot of good for himself. Hopefully that he'll be able to look back on and redeem and interpret in a way that will continue to sustain his inspiration.
I've gone to bed hungry, I've woken up hungry, I've lived on the street. Not a prerequisite to understanding life. But I'm saying, you guys are saying, what a horrible tragedy this was. I mean, it just seems like such a waste. Just look at everything he threw away. At the time he did it, something in him said, this is not working for me. And twice I've thought about ending my life. I need to get out of here.
As the great Kanye West said, name me one genius that ain't crazy.
Shut the fuck up. Dr. Phil started to barely get the parents to see your side, and your rare gift for words almost nulled his efforts in getting them to understand you.
That's what I have to say about that.
Yeah. Okay.
Excuse me for interrupting.
There's a way you can kind of grade your paper and look at a thought. Irrational thoughts are not based on fact.
No.
I mean, they're just opinion. They're not in your best interest. They don't move you toward healthy goals. They generate unhealthy conflict. They sabotage relationships. They often put you in harm's way.
Yes.
a substantial percentage of the thoughts, decisions, and actions you've taken over the last 3 months are irrational.
Yes.
So that tells me that there are change-worthy things within your behavior. And so the question then becomes, why? Why are you thinking in that way?
So what happened after this? Where is this man now? Well, I did some research and I found this.
Nick lived on the streets of LA for 4 months while pursuing a career in music, and for his 21st birthday, Nick asked his parents, Jenny and Nicholas Sr., a pastor at the First Presbyterian Church in Marquette, to come out and visit him. While on a layover, Jenny emailed the Dr. Phil Show asking for help. By the time they landed, Paramount Studios was calling her. The Dr. Phil Show is sending Nick to the PNP Center in Dallas. There, doctors will do brain scans on Nick, looking for brain trauma that could have come from years of playing hockey.
When I go to Dallas and get all this done, I'm hoping that a lot of it is relatively normal. Maybe a whatever they find in my brain, like, oh, you've had X amount of concussions, and then, get some treatment for that. But that's what I'm hoping comes from it personally. Just my behavior being validated.
Well, fuck. Maybe there is an explanation why I acted like this. I mean, I can't help but kind of feel bad for him. I mean, I'm assuming he now sees what he became and he wants a doctor's note to prove his insanity. And I just found another update on him, so let's see where he is today.
We have an update tonight on a story we brought you a couple of weeks ago. Nick Camerata, a Marquette native trying to make it big in the music industry, recently underwent a brain study in Dallas. Camerata said, and his parents recently appeared on the Dr. Phil Show concerning Nick's passion for the music business while living homeless on the streets of Los Angeles. Dr. Phil flew Nick to Texas, where he underwent a brain scan, which revealed no major problems. Camerata plans on staying and working in Marquette for a few months before he heads back out west.
I just lost all hope. I guess I'll just end the video here. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed. And if you're new here, welcome to my channel. It'd be awesome if you subscribe. Oh, and hit that bell notification. My Instagram and Twitter is @Atozy. You can follow me. The links will be down in the description down below. But on that note, I'll see you guys in the next video, where I hopefully won't be giving us brain damage. Peace.
Hey, oh, I've been up for like 2 hours. 2 hours. Yo, bitch came through, took a few showers. I don't buy my just money dance, yeah. That wristwatch costs 100 grand. I don't know what you talking about. If you ain't out here, don't talk about me. Only person